seen even at the beginning of our demon form stacks, the rare don't last for long. We do have a lot of magic monsters here, so that's cool that I can showcase. But see, this one didn't last like 3 seconds, and we're only at 80 stacks of demon form. And see how slow they are. Like even the rares, they're just going like swinging like super slow motion. It does this with the bosses also, so it's crazy. You're gonna see, but pretty much like you can't die with this build. It's also super powerful. What should we start with? This build, first of all, what I'm using, you can use any build you want. I've been playing like the Fireball build. I'm playing right now the Fireblast build. I just cast my Fireblast on the orb like that. I clear like the bosses, and the rares don't last a few seconds. And I clear the screen. I can also just switch my I have it here close, so I can just switch the AoE quick and go for clearing and just delete the whole screen instead. When I get into like a rare, or rare don't last long either way, but maybe like a boss or something, I switch it for the smaller one, but I do like 50% more damage. But it's up to you what build you want to play. That's my whole point, you know. I'm gonna show you how to optimize the skill tree, the gear and everything. But it's, when you can get like 150 plus stacks of demon form all the time, and with the cast speed is really important, everything. I'm just gonna show you, okay? So if I start with the skill tree, pretty much what I did is go get all the closest jewels sockets, and I optimize like the fire up here, a little bit of energy shield here, but mainly for me, for the orb Fireblast build, was go right here, get those to get like increased area of effect of curse. This is the whole build are these curses right here. So I guess I'm gonna start with this. Blasphemy. This takes you 60 spirit per curses you have on. I have 180 spirit. I could put 3 curses on at the same time, but pretty much what this build does, why it's so OP, is the fact that as soon as a monster get in my screen, it slows down. Like if I say by the bench right here, maybe a little further, as soon as they get in that radius, they're slowed down by 20 to 40% depending on the rarity of the monster. So if you have like a normal monster, they're like super slowed down, but even like the bosses and the rares, they're slowed down by more than 20%. So that doesn't only slow down their movement speed, but it also slows down their cast, their attack, their everything. So as soon as what I'm doing with the witch, since you have so much mobility going in the screen like this, just dodging and skipping around like this, I just go quick inside the radius. I get surrounded by as many monsters as I can, and even if I get frozen for like 2-3 seconds, they're so slowed down that they can't even kill me before I get unfrozen and kill them. So that's pretty much why this build is so powerful. It's a curse, so that's why I'm gonna start with this. What I had was Blasphemy, and when you socket those curse, you don't have to cast them. They're just surrounded by you with a radius, and by optimizing our area of effect of the curse in the skill tree and the jewels, you get like I said, as soon as they get on the screen, they're pretty much way too slow to do anything about me, and that's why I have so much survivability, and I can kill them so easy. So you're gonna see, I'm gonna show you gameplay at the end of the video, but first one we're getting is temporal chains. This one slows them down by 28%. And keep in mind, Blasphemy, since you don't have to cast them, it makes the curse 50% instead of 100. So instead of being slowed by 28 right now, they're slowed by 15. But with this one right here, we get increased area of effect. Like I said, we get them further. I added Enfeeble, so they do less damage, 16% less damage as soon as they get in the screen. And we have this right here, which is the Encumbrance gem. This debuffs inflict by supported skills have 15% increased slow magnitude, so they're even slower. You thought that was enough? I found a corrupt gloves, which slows them down by 23% up here. So this glove is so good for this build. But basically, this is why this build, since the witch is so mobile with the demon form, getting those slow effects on the monsters. I'm trying to get the higher tiers. Like I'm getting like a tier 16 map with bad effects, with irradiated maps and corrupted maps. So like I'm facing 80 to 83 level monsters, and I still never die. So it's really powerful, really insane. Since we're here, let's just get into the gear. What I want is cast speed and area of effect. This is the pretty much the build gear right here. This is a really important piece. You need to have all your life converted into energy shield, because the less life you have, the higher stacks you can get with the witch. So like basically every I feel like I don't have to explain it, but maybe I do, because a lot of people don't play the witch. But every stacks I get up, like here, 10, 11, 12 every second, every stack gives me 0.5 health drain. So the less health, 0.5% of my maximum health is drained. So the less health you have, the higher you can get with the stacks, depending on how much life regen you have. But I have 400 life regen with everything I'm going to show you. So that's why it's going to be super insane. I can get to 150 stacks, and that's more than enough. If you make the calculation, if you do the math, every stack is giving me 18% spell damage. So if we get to 150, that's basically like 25 times our damage. It's ridiculous. You can see the Fireblast right here. It started at 4. I think we're gonna show you. When we start, it's at like 400, and it just gets up and up and up. You know, so like at 150 stacks, I'm already almost. I'm gonna be at 2,000 with like 15 stacks. When you get to 150 stacks, it's ridiculous. You know, you just delete everything, and all of the monsters are slowed down too. So that's why this build is so powerful. So the Flame Blast I have here, I got the 5 stacks. Basically, I've looted like 3 or 4 perfect gems, perfect. I don't know how you call it. These right here. The Jeweler's Orb, I've looted like 4 perfect ones, but I don't need more than one, so I just sold the others and bought a bunch of gear. The reason why it's the rarity in this game is so powerful, it's so crazy. So like I have rarity on all my gear, so that's why it costs probably 1 divine each gear at least, and some cost like 15, you're gonna see. But that's why I'm dropping like divines. I'm dropping perfect Jeweler's Orbs. You need to have rarity in this game. It's gonna make your build go faster. So yeah, I put 30% more damage, but no critical hits. I don't really care. I just want to like delete everything in the circle. I don't care about crit. This is not a crit build. 25% more cast speed. We're gonna need incredible cast speed, because when you touch the orb, see the stacks go up from 1 to 10. see how quick it goes. I just press and like in 1 second it's at 10. So that makes me possible to just spam the orb like this and just delete everything on the screen, even if it's like a rare that takes a little more shots. Most of the mobs die in 1 hit, but like if you need like 5 hits, you just do click, 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 and it's over, you know. So yeah, see, we're at 10,000 with single flame blast, and we're not even full stacks yet. But cast speed, I need 25% more elemental damage to inflict elemental ailment. We can't inflict like burn or stuff like that, but we one shot anything, so it's not really relevant for us. So 25% more damage there. This is the one I switch when I just want to clear fast. Like I switch this one that does like 40% more area damage, but less area of effect, with the one right here to penetrate 30% more fire. But I already penetrate like 100% with all I'm gonna show you in the jewels and stuff. And the last one is 40% less cost. That's my only skill. And we just cast the orb. So the orb, you can get like the lowest one. I think it's 5. So that's why it costs less. It costs nothing for me to cast the orb. And I just blast with the Fireblast here, which is going to cost me like 60 mana every second. But I dropped that by 40% there. Our mana is regenerating. I never had issue with mana, even with the bosses that take me a few seconds more to kill. So yeah, there's that. Let's get over the skill tree that I started to show you earlier, but mainly the curses are really insane. This node right here, so 20% area of effect of curses. This is why my curse grab everything in the screen. And the last one, 40%. 8% increase effect of the curse also. That's even more. You're going to see when we do the map gameplay, you're going to see like 3 stacks of curse on top of the screen on every monster. And like the first one is like slowing down by 35%. Second one drops their damage on me by 20%. Third one is slowing down them down even further by like 18 to 20%. It's just insane, you know, like, and if something kills you in that game with this build, it's because you're in the middle of the full pack and you're just like sipping a drink or something and you're letting yourself die. Because I haven't died in a week and I'm pushing the end game. And up here also the effects of the curse. So that's why my curse do a little more. So I went straight up with the few energy shield and mana regen. Go get the curse here, energy shield, mana regen. But mainly what I want is those jewels. What I focused on was, as you can see, life regen first. That's why like I want to get to 400 per second, you know. So life regen penetrates fire resistance. So like nothing can resist my fire. And I added like area of effect or increased fire damage on the jewels. So like this one is increased fire damage. I think this one is area. Yeah, so fire damage penetrates and life regen. I had one area. So like basically what I wanted, I think I felt like I had enough area damage or area of effect already. So I just sold it to get another additional damage on it. So see, I don't even have area damage on my jewels. Just get the more fire damage or whatever. But basically, those jewels are the cheapest thing on my build. It's probably like 10 exalt, so not that bad. One thing is crazy with this build. With the second best thing we have as skill. Either from the Fireblast, is the Grim Feast right here. This one takes 30% spirit. I get the 20 spirit, 1% more life regen, and the 30% increased mana regen, which takes me 30 spirits too. So those are 60. That's why I don't have a third curse on my blasphemy. But this thing gives you energy shield that you get on the field when you kill monsters. So like basically you can get up to twice the amount that you have, and since we have 5,000 energy shield, it gets you to like 10,000 plus, and that's pretty much all the time. Since I like delete what's on the screen, I just grab the thing and I'm at 10,000 energy shield constantly. And second, what I was getting at with this, since we have 10,000 energy shield, that's our main line of defense, since we have like 400 life total with 500 per second regen. This is the second best thing that we need on this skill tree, is we bring the energy shield doesn't have a recharge. Instead, it's our life regen that recharges the energy shield. So like we have 10,000 uptime pretty much all the time, but it recharges 400 per second. And remember, this recharge doesn't have like a cool downtime or anything. You know, when we have the energy shield, sometimes it get down, and like after a few seconds, it starts going back up, and depending on the rate. But since we have 400 energy, life regen per second, it starts going up as soon as we get hit. So like we need to get hit a lot by slowed down enemies to be able to die, you know? So at 10,000 energy shield, 400 per second, even if the monster like hit me like 1,000, 2,000, whatever, I get that in 2-3 seconds, and before that's the amount of time it takes them to get another hit in, you know? So it's really crazy. So I get the energy shield here. This one is pretty important. That's why I don't need it on my jewels. The area of effect. So spell skills all have increased area of effects here, increase area of effects there. So get the whole thing. And the other thing was like cast speed. I have so much on my gear, you're gonna see. So I didn't need a lot in this. It saves me a lot of points in this skill tree. But I got those up right here, since this one gives me 16% more, and that's a big bump for 1 point on the skill tree. So I got this one there. You can get these one early, like 3, 6, and 3. But I mean, if you can get it on your gear, it's gonna be crazy. That's why this one right here, this node is good too for us, since we get a 60% boost to our energy shield. And the trade-off is having a 20% slower start on the energy shield recharge. But since we got what I told you just now, it doesn't even recharge for us. So we don't care. We just want more energy shield. So that's why this node is perfect for us. We don't get any slower start, because it starts regenerating right away with our health regen. So yeah, that's what it is. For the skill tree, I feel like it does the whole thing. More cast speed here, that was quick. Chaos, that's not bad. All the health regen, this one was really good, 20%. So yeah, basically health regen on each of your jewels. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 jewels with like an additional 15% health regen. So that's why we're at 400. Let's get into the gear now. You've seen the gloves. Those are really crazy to slow down the enemies. I don't know how I found this, guys. I was trying to look for these stats right here, which was like rarity, chaos, resistance, drop resistance. I didn't even care about the mana and accuracy. This doesn't even do anything to our build, you know. But I saw this and I was like, what? Like debuffs you inflict have even 23% more slow magnitude. This is just crazy, you know. I bought it for 1 divine to the guy, and he was like, I think he sold for less, and I was just like, bro, I don't care. 1 divine, bring it here. And I told him this is just insanely best in slot for my build. And the slow, this is a stat that he gets from corrupting the item. So that's just like, I don't think you can find a lot of these, so that's why I didn't care about paying a little more for it, because I was like, and he told me himself, he was like, yeah, they did well for me too, so enjoy these. Yeah, but basically what you want on the gear is cast speed. I told you this one is mandatory. Drop half of your life base to energy shield, so that's why we have a little more and less life. Crazy chaos resistance, which is tough to get on gear, so even better. But this one is corrupt, that's why you get more than 50%. You can get up to like 60 to 61 percent life converted, but those sell for like one divine plus. I bought this one for like super cheap, so it's whatever. You can pay more if you have more currency. Um, I'm not gonna get into that belt right now. This belt is just crazy. It's best in slot for any build in the game, but that's why this piece cost me like 15 divine. But let's get into like what you want in the gear. Basically, I didn't even want movement speed. Honestly, a build that you don't even need movement speed, you just zoom around with this witch demon form. So even with not having movement speed, this build is pretty quick, pretty efficient. But I had the money and they were on it, so I might even switch those to get no movement speed but get rarity instead, because that's the only piece on my build that doesn't have rarity. Um, so yeah, lightning resist. That's just for my resist. So I'm not gonna tell you like get this. It's just it was fitting my build to get all my resistances capped. But yeah, it's life regen you want, cast speed, and your resistances. Mana, of course, it's a witch, so mana for sure. What you don't want, which is special for that build in particular, you don't want maximum life on any of your gear. That's so good for you early game because when you don't have a lot of currency, because not having maximum life on your gear means the gear is cheaper, because most of the builds want life, and we don't want that. So I think that's my only piece that has it, and it doesn't have a lot, so that's why I don't really care. But yeah, that's pretty special on that build. You don't want maximum life. Movement speed, I put elemental resistances, whatever. Those rings are pretty probably like one divine each, if not more. 20 life regen plus 13% elemental resistances. The cast speed, get the cast speed 20% at least, rarity 20% at least. That's and I even get more rarity on this one. I didn't even notice, but you see 37%, almost 40% just for that ring and rarity, with all the other stats that I need. So yeah, concentrate on life regen at first, cast speed, rarity if you can, but get your resistances and stuff. See, it's not even the best in slot for me. Most of my gear I bought for like one divine. I can optimize most of my builds still, but I'm already pushing far into the end game, so that's why I'm here to showcase it. Let's get the other ring first. Pretty much the same. Life regen 20 plus, cast speed 20 plus, rarity 20 plus. The first two stats, again, not even good for my build. I don't care. It was like probably not even one divine this ring, maybe one divine with the rarity and shit. So yeah, the amulet. What I needed personally to make all of this setup work was to get spirits somewhere, and I decided to get it all on this amulet. I got 60 plus on it. We got 100 base spirit, and I think I don't know where my other 20% spirit comes from. My 20 spirits, but whatever. Maybe that's like on the. I don't think it's on the schedule. I don't think there is any. But yeah, basically, I think we have 100%. I'm not sure. But like I have 180 total. I know I got my setup working when I bought this amulet, which has 63 spirit more on the build. Because remember, we can't have weapons since we're always in demon form. So that's why I can get any on my on a scepter or anything. So I needed to have it on this amulet, and I got like boost of energy shield, boost of mana, rarity, cast speed, and life regen. This amulet probably costs like 5 divine, and it's best in slot for me. It's crazy. I think I bought it for 5 divine, and it's really hard to get 60 spirit on the amulet with all these stats. So and I allocated even further 15% life recovery rate. I don't know if you know how to instill an item, but basically what that does is give you in the skill tree another node which is like too far for your build that you could never get but is really good for your build. You can instill an item, a ring or an amulet. I think it's only amulet, I'm not sure, but I instilled this one right here, which is super far into the like the warrior or whatever tree down there, but it gives me 15% more life regen. So that's why I instilled this. Since I can get it here, I'm level what, like 92, I think. I'm level 92, so I still have like 8 points, which I'm gonna try to go here and get those life regen more, which I'm gonna have more than 400% even. Yeah, 400 per second. Even maybe I don't know if I'll do that because I don't really need it, but I can get those, so I really aim for that one to instill my amulet. The headgear, resistances, but you want same thing, regen, rarity, mana, and get all the resistances. It was really important for me to get more energy shield, make sure it's just int requirements, because a lot of them were fine with my build, but I was obligated to like drop down my mana, my int, to get more like dex or whatever, and I don't want that. Maximum int I have, maximum mana I have, and yeah, so that's why I especially want all my gear to get only int requirements. So I got into all the gear, best in slot, which you're probably not gonna be able to buy at the beginning. It's really tough to get that build. I think the cheapest ones go for like 5-6 divines, and it's really not worth it because they're down to like 30, maybe 40%. But see what this does is it gives you between 40 and 80% of increased bonus gained from equipped rings. Insane. Probably the best in slot, like I said, the belt in the game for any build, because you're gonna obviously get rings that are gonna fit your build, which mine is like life regen. I get more life regen, I get more all elemental resistances, I get more rarity, I get more cast speed, I get 66% more of all those stats. That's how insane this build is. I think I bought it for 15%. I just checked a few seconds ago. It goes between 15 and 20 divine. Sorry, I don't know if I said divine, but I bought it for 15 divine. It goes for between 15 and 20 divines right now. So right now I'm trying to, that's why at the beginning of the video I had it in my dump stash to sell, because I'm trying to get like maybe 17, 18 divines for it, because I got a few divines in the stash too, so I can buy a better one that would get like 70, between 70 and 80%. That would just get my build even better, you know. But yeah, this belt probably not gonna get until you're far into the end game. So buy life regen, resistances, because you can't get rarity on belt, you can't get cast speed on belt. Maybe you can in like unique or something, but then again you're not gonna get the life regen you need to make this build function. So yeah, so that's pretty much the gear. I went over the skill tree. I don't think I forgot anything for the skill tree. I told you like around these nodes, the cast speed, the area, most important, the curses, area of effect, this one right here to regen the energy shield. And what else do we got? What else can I show you? I think I can show you the skill, the build, how it plays. We're gonna try to find craft a bad map to show you how survivable and powerful this build is. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said at the beginning, I don't want you to full copy this build. This build is really good. I really like it. I tried pretty much every build you can do with the witch. Either the lightning from the sorcerer, whatever, sorcerer. But yeah, I've tried like for the fireball. I've tried a lot of things, you know. But mainly, you want to get into the better stacks, I guess, of the demon form and get your build together. This is just my build right here, but that's why it's so powerful. It's the curses, the enfeeble, the curses, and the thing that gets my energy shield to like 10,000. The Grim Feast right here. Yeah, one last thing. Yeah, the skills. Like I said, I dropped the orb. Fireblasted. So like, even if I'm far, they start slowing down pretty much. Their what's his name? Atalui. Like the mobs start slowing down from out the screens almost. So they're slowed down there. I can just cast where I want to delete everything, you know, and then I just like shoot the orb. And yeah, it's a pretty easy build, pretty shield build. So yeah, and you get the energy shield orbs when you kill the mobs. It gets your life to your energy shield to 10,000. What else? If it happens, okay? Because like sometimes I'm zooming. I'm not in the demon form. Sometimes I'm zooming like super fast, clearing the maps, you know. And then I get into a corner without thinking, you know. There's like 20 mobs that appear because I'm in a breach or a delirium or whatever. The only thing that I almost never use but is pretty useful, the Ice Nova skill. What I put in there was it doesn't really do much. It's just like gains seal, recharge begin immediately. I don't think that's really important. Just get the skill. But when you get surrounded like this and you can't move, you're stuck, you're getting stunned, just cast once, boom. It just like pushes them like a few feet further, and spam the space button to like zoom out of that trap you're in, and it gets you out in bad situation. But like I said, you get stunned, frozen because you slept on your screen or took a sip of drink and you're surrounded. You get hit or you get frozen. The monsters are so slowed down that it gets too much time for them to get another hit in. You're already recharging. You can already cast your shit. So yeah, it's really powerful. So yeah, I think I talked enough. Maybe I forgot. Yeah, what I put for my curse, I increased the area of effect, I said. And yeah, I went over that. Flame Blast, Solar Orb, don't need anything. A more effect duration, so I can only just cast one and forget. If it's like a boss, it stays there longer, so I don't have to recast another one faster. So that's why I put it there. Exposure, so if it creates exposure, I think this skills. Let me check. Ignite or periodically ignite. Yeah. So I don't know if it creates exposure. I think my skill tree does with this node right here. But yeah, yeah, right here or whatever. It gets the exposure. What does it say? Increase effect, but I don't even know if that does anything, honestly. Like, you just delete everything, okay? So what I put in there, oh yeah, to get 100% uptime on the demon form, this one right here, you get 50% less cooldown recovery rate. It cools down for 20 seconds. It gets it up to like 30 seconds, but we get to 160, and the life is not drained out yet. So you always have an uptime. I can do this, go back in. Even if I go out I go back in. I have a 100% uptime. It's just when you get to 150%, you start. Oh yeah, really important. This one. When you get to 150%, your health starts draining faster than your 400 HP per second. This one is really important, guys, because I got caught at the beginning when I started using this build. What does regen our energy shield? It's our life regen. If our life regen can't keep up with the life, if the life is not full, it's not gonna regen our energy shield. So when you start seeing your health drain, don't try to push it like me. I do it sometimes just to push the adrenaline, I guess, because this build is really easy. But I just heal myself and then it starts draining again. This makes your energy shield never recharge back. So if you get hit, I got like 10,000 energy shield. I get it once with 1,000, another one with 2,000. But it's not gonna recharge. So just get out of demon form. Get back in right away. So like takes you half a second, but it's not gonna like drain your health and your energy shield. Don't get caught doing that. If you want to die with this build, that's pretty much the only way you can. Okay. I think I went over everything. I did all the skills, the skill tree, the items. Let's show you how one of the worst maps feels, and let's craft one. Alright, so I crafted this map right here. We're gonna do a boss map with it. So yeah, this one right here, Curse and Feeble, we do less damage. They have more area damage, monster damage. They're armored, they stun, they have a stun threshold, ailment threshold. Just like one of the worst map you can create, okay? Tier 15. So yeah, let's try this one. And just show you how it goes with this build. I'm gonna try to explain as I go here. Oh my god, okay, that's not my favorite map either. You guys tell me in the comments, but yeah. Basically, see, as soon as the monsters get in the screen, you see on top, I'm gonna show you, like 34% slowed. What was it? Like 20, see, that's a rare. So this one is 23% slowed, 15% does less damage to us, and even more slowed by 14 or 18. So yeah, as soon as they get on the screen, that's what you get. There's like so many things going against them. That's like right now I'm at 36 stacked. It's the worst damage I'm gonna get with bad stats on the map. And see how easy this build is. You see how slow everything is. You just zoom, you get in range, and they're just like like they can't do anything, you know. So that's pretty much how the build works. I find the stack, cast the orb in the middle, blow shit up, go to the next stack. I've used, as you've seen, even at the beginning of our demon form stacks, the rare don't last for long. We do have a lot of magic monsters here, so that's cool that I can showcase. But see, this one didn't last like 3 seconds, and we're only at 80 stacks of demon form. And see how slow they are. Like even the rares, they're just going like swinging like super slow motion. It does this with the bosses also, so it's crazy. You're gonna see, but pretty much like you can't die with this build. It's also super powerful. I don't know if we're gonna get good loot, if we're gonna get lucky, but the rarity also does a lot of work for us. See another rare, it just gets deleted. We're at 120 stacks now. At 150, I just like to push it because I'm dumb, you know. I want adrenaline, but when you get to 150 your range, you just slow down. You just go back to demon form. You cast it again to drop the stacks and start over, because you don't want to die because you just pushed like a dumbass, you know. But basically, I think I'm pushing all the time and I never die. So then again, it's just for you guys. See, my health is getting drained. So if I get hit with my energy shield getting down, it wouldn't be recharging. So I just go out and go back to demon form and everything goes back to normal. But see, you didn't even get to see my energy shield not recharging because I didn't lose any, because the monsters are just too slow. They just can't do anything. So yeah, I'm gonna clear the map to find most of the rares. See, like right here, this one is reloading. See, I'm stuck right here. I just cast the Nova, get out. But then again, you saw like my health wasn't really getting down. I could have stayed there and just fuck with them, you know. But it's how the build is powerful. It's how I found this combination of everything working really good. And I don't know, when I saw the demon form when I started playing, I was like, okay, this is my build. I want to try to do something with it. And yeah, this. So at 60, this one is pretty tanky, but not a problem either. You know, he wasn't moving. Pretty. It's like even if they get stuck in animation, like I stunned them, this one is just still. But they're just too slow. Like most of the time, I'm zooming in and get surrounded. That's kind of my tactic now. Even with this crappy ass map that I crafted, I just get surrounded by the most amount of mob. I know they're all slowed down, so they're attacking like and even casting super slow. I delete them before they drop my health, you know. So now we're gonna concentrate on the rares. We have 4, and I want to show you the boss at the end. Just get as many mobs in the screen as possible and delete them. I used to play when I was playing Diablo 2 when I was younger. I played with the map open in front of my screen, but since I'm recording for you guys, I don't want to do that. So I get the map up there, but I feel it's, even if I don't see what's on the screen, I mean, especially with this build, like it's powerful enough. I don't need to see, like I just need to click and delete the screen. So I usually play with the map open in the whole screen in front of me. But yeah, let's just not do that so you can see everything that's happening on the screen right now. I just don't like to get my eyes up on top of the screen to check them out. Yeah, those tier 5 items, man, you can just identify that in town and get one divine item. Crazy pickup. Rarity is super overpowered. You probably know if you follow Path of Exile 2 so far, but man, when I started stacking this stat on my gear, I just started dropping, like I said, perfect jeweler's orb. I dropped 5. I think I dropped 4 perfect jeweler's orb. And the divines, I can count them, probably like 7 or 8 so far for like in like a few days. So yeah, let's just show you the boss. I like to be at 80-90 stacks of the bosses so they don't take me too much time. As you can see, they're super slow, and everything they cast is slow too. That's what you have to keep in mind. This thing is super fast usually. It just, the ice shot just gets me, gets you, it's crazy. But now I just like turn around, zoom in, zoom out, boom. The boss is over, you know. It's you're super fast, you're super strong, and the monsters are super slow.